What just happened? Did that just happen? Oh my God!
Goal. Avellini, here comes Peyton. And Peyton is in for the touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Taves it Cade. 2-on-1. Hustling back his point off a shot. Score! Patrick Kane in overtime.
Ahead of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws. Out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
The pocket, so Ferguson was on the run, and you're going to see Wilbur Marshall come here and really flatten him. Oh boy, did he really hit him.
Moving right in alone, the shot!
Looking downfield, launching downfield, going for it all! It is caught!
Here's Bernard. Feeds it back. Hazar scores! From Hazar in overtime! And the Hawks won it 4-3.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Da Superfan Network. I'm AJ Nairn, and this is a big victory postgame. Oh my gosh! I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. So, before we get into it, get my Bears cup. Hold on. Set this here. Listen to this. It's an RC. That just went everywhere. Oops. Pour yourself a drink. I need to clean that up with something. That'll be sticky. We'll deal with that later. But the Bears win. Hold on. Got to get all this RC out. Please sponsor. That probably won't happen at all. But the more you get to know me, you'll know that I love RC Cola. So, cheers! Bears victory. Oh, yeah. That's some good stuff. Anyway, let's break it down. Let's get to the breakdown of this. So, I lost hope at the fourth quarter. And then the cardiac Bears just came back and reeled me back in, man. Are you kidding me? So let's break it down. 17-play first drive ends in a field goal, makes it 3-0 Bears. 11-play drive ends in a touchdown for the Green Bay Packers, and it's a 7-yard pass to Watson. Then things just get worse, and a 12-play drive ends in a Jordan Love deep pass to Reed for 18 yards, another touchdown. Then a 10-play drive, and I'm pretty sure this drive started, on the Chicago 32, because we tried to go for it on fourth down, and it didn't work. Love that RC. And that ended into another touchdown, a pass to Dobbs for 1 yard. If you're not keeping track, it's 21-3 at halftime. Yeah. So if you tell me, oh, you lost hope, are you kidding me? Don't want to hear it. 21-3 in the wild card game on your own turf at halftime. Yeah. You can understand why I lost hope really quickly. Then the start of the third quarter, 8-play drive ends in a field goal, so it's now 21-6. After the Bears made a crucial turnover. Well, not turnover, but a crucial stop on downs. So they made him punt. Nothing happened. It was kind of back and forth third quarter. Nothing really going on. Fourth quarter, though, we get a 7-yard drive for another field goal. And this one was off of, if I remember right, it was, because it started on the Green Bay 35. I think this is when they went forward. We stopped them on fourth down and we got the ball back. No, wait, hold on. I don't think that's what this is. I believe this is the this actually, I think this one is the great return. Yeah, this is the great return by Duvernay. Yeah, Duvernay with a beautiful return gets us in good position but it ends in a field goal. 21-9. Bears stop him again. It makes it 21-16 after an 8-play drive with a DeAndre Swift 6-yard run. Packers then get another touchdown, 9-play drive a little bit later, and now it's but a missed extra point makes it 27-16. There was also a missed field goal before halftime, so that's why it stayed 21-3. But now it's 27-16 after a missed field goal, and I thought, oh no, this is how it's gonna end. We just had our hope, and they ripped our heart out. But that's not true. A little bit later, a 13-play drive ends with a touchdown by Zacchaeus, wide open in the end zone, 8-yard pass. It's now 27-22. And then a 2-point conversion to Colston Loveland makes it 27-24. Then another great, this one was, yeah. So then the final drive of the game for us to get the play, this was a stop, and they had to punt. So then, no, wait, hang on. Did they punt? I don't remember. It was hard. There was a lot. There's a lot to try to remember. First and 10 they punted. Chicago 34. I'm trying to read this as I go. I'll get better. I promise. I'll get better at this. I'll get better at this. It's all just a work in progress. But yes, I'm trying to read this. It's small text, and I'm trying to understand it. Also, it's just the drives of the score, so it doesn't tell me, what happened, punt or whatever. So I'm trying to remember. Okay, so it was a punt. They punted because I was like, I don't think we stopped them on 4th down. So they punted. We got the ball back, and then a 25-yard pass on the left side to DJ Moore makes that a touchdown, and the extra point is good, 31-27. And then they have a minute 43. I'm like, oh no. All I could think was 2018. Just that false hope of, we're going to win this game, and then it just gets stolen away. But this time it didn't happen, and the Bears go 2-0 against the Packers at home, and they beat the Packers 31-27. Green Bay sucks. Let's go Bears. Final stats for this game. Let's start with the Packers. Jordan Love, 24 for 46, 323 yards, and 4 touchdowns. You're telling me that guy didn't win the game? That just shows you don't play all 4 quarters. Even if you don't show up the first 2, they didn't play all 4 quarters. Josh Jacobs had 19 carries, 55 yards. Romeo Doubs had 8 catches, 124 yards. Matthew Golden had 4 catches, 84 yards. Jaden Reed had 4 catches, 43 yards. Christian Watson had 3 catches, 36 yards. Now the Bears. Caleb Williams, 24 for 48, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. That quarterback won the game. That just shows you that the Bears are good in fourth quarters, and that they play all 4 quarters. Even when they're down and out, they keep fighting. DeAndre Swift, 13 carries for 54 yards. Monangai had 8 carries, 27 yards. Swift had a touchdown. Caleb Williams, 4 carries for 20 yards. Colston Loveland had an amazing game. 8 catches, 137 yards, 17.1 for the average. DJ Moore had 6 catches, 64 yards, and 1 touchdown. Rome Odunze had 2 catches, 44 yards. Luther Burden had 3 catches, 42 yards. DeAndre Swift had 2 catches, 38 yards. And Kyle Monangai had 1 catch, 22 yards. Which is kind of crazy to think about, that the guy who had 2 touchdowns and 2 picks won the football game, but he had 361 yards. It makes it worse because it makes it harder to think about, because this guy was 74 yards away from being the first 4,000-yard passer for the Chicago Bears. He was 74 yards short. So to see him put up 361 yards in this game, it shows he puts up yards when the game matters, but it's like, man, that's just, that hurts because it's like, man, he was this close. But Bears win, so honestly, I probably won't get as mad about the next playoff game. I was fuming. I was losing my mind. I was wearing a bunch of Bears gear. I started taking off one layer by layer because I was like, we're losing. There's got to be bad luck with this clothing, this Bears gear that I'm wearing. And then as time went on, I got the Walter Payton jersey back on, and we win the game. So Bears win 31-27, a big roller coaster of a game and a big win. So now we are waiting to see who we play. We're either going to play the 49ers. No, we wouldn't play the 49ers. We are either going to play the Rams if the Eagles win. If the 49ers win, we'll play the 49ers. So we're either going to play the Rams or we're going to play the 49ers. Those are the only two options, because if the Eagles win, they're the 3 seed. They're the higher seed. No, hold on. I'm stupid. If the Eagles win, we'll play the Eagles. If the 49ers win, we'll play the Rams. That's what I mean. I'm going through a lot. I just went through a roller coaster of emotions. I'm a little flustered right now, as you can tell. I'm 20, so I don't drink beer, so don't worry about that. There's just a lot just happened in the past 4 hours. It was ridiculous. I went from, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to make a post game about this team losing and get really, really mad, to, oh my gosh, we won the game. Now I got to go make a post game. So off to round 2. I'm getting Bears NFC North champion shirt. I was like, man, if the Bears lose this, that shirt's gonna all I'm gonna remember is us losing to the Packers. But we beat the Packers, so, and that is the first playoff win since 2010 that the Bears have won a playoff game. So streak is over. Off to the next game. It makes me more excited for next year, because it's like, imagine what next year's team's gonna be. Like, oh my gosh, this team's crazy. With what I just watched, abysmal first half where nothing was working, to we pull it out at the end. Imagine what would happen when we have better, some better players in better spots, some more experience for these young guys, and we play all 4 quarters. It's ridiculous. Now, on to the other game, because not only did the Bears win, and I was about to say, if the Bears lost, I was going to say, man, only one Chicago team showed up, but the Blackhawks also won. I didn't really watch the Blackhawks game that much. Oh my gosh, and I have the TV next to me, and Caleb Williams is now grating cheese with an actual cheese grater. That's a bit crazy. Okay. I love this team even more. That's absolutely crazy. Hold on. That's wild. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Green Bay sucks. Hashtag Green Bay sucks. So off to the Blackhawks now. Bertuzzi won. Bertuzzi gets a goal on a power play, but a beautiful pass by Bedard makes it. That's his 23rd. Bedard and Levchinov get the assist. Lardis makes it 2-0 in the third period to make it. That's his 4th with Bedard and Korchinski, and then Green gets an empty netter with Bertuzzi with the assist. Comesso looked great. I had it on my computer, and I was taking glances because I had my computer charging, and I was taking glances, and I was like, man, Comesso's actually playing good. So I'd like to formally apologize to Drew Comesso about what I said about last night. You just were thrown into a bad situation, and you actually did pretty good today. So I'm really happy. So it just shows that Soderblom's got some competition for the backup goaltender. I'm just saying. But good on Comesso. He was able to not only did he get his first career win, he got a shutout, 3-0, which it's not that hard because it's Nashville, but still, that's a pretty great achievement. So other than that, I was looking and I thought the Blackhawks were playing really good. They were backing up their goaltender with some great defense. I saw one big save that there was three of our guys collapsed into near the crease. with like helping out on the save. So I'm like, all right, we're helping our goaltender out. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of good play. I'll have to look back and stuff. So, but other than that, that's really all I have. But I really just wanted to come on here. I knew it was going to be short because I was like, I'm not really watching the Blackhawks game, so there's not going to be much I can talk about. The Bears game, I thought the defense was pretty flat in the first half. And then the fourth quarter happened, and a fire was lit under them, and they started going. I felt the offense was going good on that first drive. It just ended in a field goal, which was a bit disappointing. Which that's the one thing we can't let happen is we got it like a 17-play drive ends in a field goal. That can't happen every single time. But you could see the flashes that the offense was clicking, and then the offense stopped clicking. And then everything stopped clicking, and everything was falling apart. But then the defense started making some plays in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter showed up, and then everything started clicking. I'm like, we're a fourth quarter team. I got to remember, we're a fourth quarter team. I need to have more faith in this team. I'm going to be honest. It's the Chicago Bears. It's hard to trust this team, even after seeing like an 11-6 season and all those comeback wins. It's just really hard to trust them sometimes, especially when you're down 28-3, trailing by 21-3 at halftime. Trailing by 18 points, and you win 31-27. There's no way we should have been in that game, but we somehow ended up being in that game, which is ridiculous. The Blackhawks next game, hopefully, that it won't be a double because these doubles are kind of hard. And when I mean by a double, I mean the Bears and the Blackhawks playing on the same day. It happened a lot, in this season, but this thing didn't exist yet, so it's kind of hard to do it because it's like I want to pay attention to this game, but then I also have to pay attention to this game. So the next game will be Monday as the Oilers come to town to play the Blackhawks at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that will be the next pregame. That will be the next pregame, but then also on top of that pregame, I'll also do some breakdown. No, it would be Monday. It probably will come in the post game. When the post game of the Blackhawks game happens, I will talk about some of all right, here's the upcoming matchups for the next round for the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. We got 3 games tomorrow. We have the Broncos are playing. No, not the Broncos. New England is playing the Chargers. I know the Eagles are playing the 49ers. The Texans and Steelers are playing Monday. The Bills and Jaguars are also playing Sunday. So we got 3 games on slate tomorrow. 2 of those being AFC. The one that really matters is the 4:30 game, 49ers at Eagles. Other than that, that's all I really have. Bears victory. Go get a drink. Go get some food. Have fun. Party like it's 1985, baby. The Bears have beaten the Packers. The team from the North. I'm so glad we beat the Packers. The Bears have beaten the Packers 31-27, and the Hawks win 3-0 against the Predators. That's all I got for you from Da Superfan Network. I'm AJ Nehart saying so long. Bears win, baby. Woo!